Alright, well, at least I don't have to remember Jackie's name anymore.
Aww.
Oh, you will.
That's the best thing you can bring to the scenario. Oh, well.
Short life for everyone.
It
that
was
why you
bothersome
killed her off?
remembering her
So you
Couldn't
name.
remember her name.
Is that why you
Probably
didn't
actually
drink me? Why?
I got too many.
Merciful
Why,
not
Jeremy,
hauling one
why?
of us.
Why, Jeremy?
It was a test to see if any of us would intervene. We all failed.
No, you would have intervened and died yourself along with her.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so, let's see. This begins, what, day 3?
I believe so, yes.
Croup is actually awake, which is weird, in the morning.
I'm already on edge now. This isn't right. I've been here long enough to know that's not right.
So he's like, well, this bit of soup that we got going is gonna be good today, okay? That's for tonight and for tomorrow morning. But we're gonna have to do something else to keep it going. The ship moving like this, I think maybe you need to use like a fishing hook and maybe just let it go and trail and see if you can bring in something. You ever done any fishing like with a hook and a bait?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Sets
Maybe you do some of that, and maybe you can go and give some food and some water to the guy in the box.
Okay.
Because Captain like it when somebody's in there, you know they get punished for being a jerk or whatever. You don't follow the rules, there gonna be consequences. Eh? But Captain also like it when they don't die.
I
People like
understand.
that.
Is it like a prison door, like little slide hole in it or something?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
could there be?
Yeah, there's actually slits in the side of it, so you can.
Oh, so he's still got
Killian.
airflow.
Yeah.
In the box.
Yeah, there's some airflow.
Oh yeah, he's got vent holes. He's good. He's staying there for weeks.
Yeah, he's not
Depending on how-
suffocating.
Depending on how
If he's
like
not
he's
dying
just
already.
tolerant he
You
is.
know, you missed your opportunity. Instead of keel hauling Jackie, you could have had Jack thrown in there and had Jack in the box.
And
So,
maybe I didn't miss
too
my
late now.
opportunity. No, I put Jack in there.
Oh
Mr.
no.
Mr. Fishguts, what's he in there for?
Oh, he was I think he was not. He was he wasn't doing his work. Yeah, that's all right. That's something the captain will punish you for. If you're not doing your work, then the captain says, "Gonna get punished."
I was just curious.
Yep. So you make sure that you do your work, okay?
Always, yes, sir.
Because
Mr.
if I tell the
Fishguts.
captain you're not doing your work, then you're gonna get punished.
I don't want that.
He's trying to blackmail you now.
You don't want that at all. Okay. If you see a cutthroat, you tell her I got something, okay?
Okay.
Because I told her that well she owes me something, but I owe her something too, and there's something that's gonna happen when there's other thing.
Now, was she the one that was down drinking with him last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know what she
That
looks like.
sounds like
Yeah.
even more blackmail opportunity. I know what you do.
And actually, Cutthroat Brock, she goes around and kind of one at a time with everybody who's awake in the day shift. She comes in and delivers to you some of your belongings, and she returns. You're up giving food to the guy in the box, and she approaches you and says, "I think this is yours, isn't it?" And she's got your bag of your money and several other of your belongings. I don't know, whatever. You have everything back except for
Weapons.
your weapons. And that goes for anybody who's awake in the day shift.
That includes my holy hammer.
A what?
Holy
That's a
hammer.
weapon.
It's a hammer filled with holy water.
You have a hammer filled with holy
I
water?
don't know how to pronounce it. It's a
How's it spelled?
aspergillum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
Uh,
it's filled with holy water.
okay. That's a thing that hangs on the end of a chain, right?
It hangs on my belt. I mean, it's just.
It's basically like a holy
Yeah.
water shaker, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I can also.
So it's got
a hollow thing with little tiny pinholes in it,
Yeah.
and you can shake it.
And I
Yeah.
can also hit things with it.
Well, I don't know if that would do any damage.
Depends on how big it is.
Does it have a damage rating?
It does.
Really?
1d6 plus 1.
But would she know that?
That's weird. The aspergillum is not a good weapon.
It's a bat
An
one.
aspergillum is basically a salt shaker filled with holy water.
Yeah, I mean, they.
That dangles on your necklace like a pendant, and you can like shake holy water out.
Well, this one's bigger, obviously, and it
I
hangs
wonder-
off my belt.
Alright.
But I don't know if she recognizes if she recognizes it as a weapon, or as like something a holy thing.
Well, is it?
She gives it back to you.
Okay.
Is the damage holy water based? Like, is it like some
No,
kind
it's
of?
1d6.
Is it a
one
Well, like
d6
picking
plus
up a
1.
rock and bashing
Yeah.
somebody with it,
Yeah.
It's just
Okay. She gives it back to you.
sweet.
So we have everything back
Uh-huh.
except our weapons?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, which
Which I already
is
had my...
probably pretty good for everybody except for Jack because the only thing he wanted was his knife.
Yeah, well,
So-
it's Scrimshaw.
It's not a weapon.
Well, he has his scrimshaw.
Oh, okay.
He just can't work on it.
Yeah.
It's not a weapon. That's a tool.
Well, at this point, I'm sure they really don't want to give him a weapon back because he might
Yeah.
want to avenge his sister.
Not his sister.
Okay.
Jackie's not his sister.
I thought Jack and Jackie were brother and sister. Oh, okay. No, they weren't. Never mind.
Do you want to
Because she was
redo
gonna-
the performance? Your escorting performance.
No, I remember
from
now
Jackie?
from the original end.
Yeah. Her father was a horrible person.
Yeah.
And,
And
he
she's helping him
captured-
escape
Yeah.
so that, I got it. I remember. ADD.
So, thank you, Miss Cutthroat. By the way, Mr. Fishgut says he has something for you.
Oh, all right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
She goes on her merry way. She seems pleased with that.
Is it worth it as I'm, I guess, sliding food and drink into the slots in the chest, the hot box? Should I try and like touch his fingers and try and heal him, or since he's not here, does it even matter?
Well, has he been damaged?
Oh,
I'm
well,
sure he's
make
damaged.
a heal check.
Even dehydration or something.
Like the sun may have had a low roll
Oh,
against
no, I
heat
rolled
radiation on the box.
16.
A 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
I was gonna cast, or does it?
he feels really hot to the touch, like feverishly hot and sweaty. I mean, just kind of what you would expect. So,
Duh,
yeah,
but
you-
is he like damaged?
So I'm gonna roll.
yeah, it's
I've
safe
been
to
hot-
bet that he's
I've
taken
been-
some damage.
I've
So
been hot
5.
and sweaty.
I heal him 5 points.
Okay. He seems to appreciate that, though he's not quite able to vocalize it.
And then I'm gonna scurry away so I don't get caught.
Yeah. All right. That was slick.
Can I taste the soup, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah, you can taste it while you're down there, kind of working on
Do I
it.
need to roll for anything, or are you just
No.
gonna assume it's terrible?
It tastes oniony.
Not palatable.
Tastes like,
Fish
tastes like,
gutty.
tastes like onions and
It
fish
doesn't.
guts.
It's not overwhelmingly fishy because it's just weren't that many fish in there.
It's a lot of onion.
It's a lot of onion and water.
So, question, because
Tastes
I'm
like miso soup.
not used to doing a magical
That's
ability.
his-
I have spellcraft as
Yeah.
a skill.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can just try and roll and make up something to like try and get that to taste better?
So, spellcraft is used for identifying a spell as it is being cast, learning a spell from a spellbook or scroll, preparing a spell from a borrowed spellbook, identify magic item powers using detect magic,
Maybe I'll go ahead and keep it.
and decipher a scroll.
Then that makes sense for my character.
Yeah, I think that it probably does.
Still useful, but just not for
Just
this.
not right now.
It's not, yeah. Croup is back to sleep when you get back down there. So you kind of taste the soup and tell that it's not good.
Throw some more herbs in it.
Okay.
A lot more salt.
Uh,
Isabel awake? She's sleeping too.
yeah, Bezabel's awake.
Can I pet Bezabel?
You pet
Oh,
Bezabel.
yay!
Yay! Pet the chicken!
She went up and just pet Bezabel. Hey, chicky chicky.
Roll initiative.
Turns out Bezabel is actually a polymorphed dragon. That's not
An
true.
elder
It ain't my
dragon.
hands.
She's very friendly. The other chickens are very
Chickens.
chickeny, yeah.
Snooty.
But Bezabel's very friendly.
So I'll just give her switches. Oh, you're such a good girl.
In a little bit, Cutthroat Grok comes down, and she quickly looks over and she sees Croup asleep there, and she goes and sits down on his bed, and she rocks him. She's like,
Croup, wake up.
Croup wakes up.
Oh, hey, Grub. Did Phoebe tell you that I got her? Hey, did she? Hi, Phoebe.
Hello.
I see you hanging out with Bezabel, huh? You like her, Bezabel? Huh? You like Miss Phoebe? Huh? Oh, that's right, girl. That's right.
So Grok is like,
You wanna come with me? Oh yeah. Okay, well, you just you keep on doing what you're doing, and don't forget, you gotta catch us some fish today, or a turtle, or an albatross, or something. Okay?
Where's the hook? Where's the...
Oh, it's
It's an albatross on a hook.
Look at the sky. See what happens.
yeah, it's gonna be in the
Uh-oh.
Not you.
Not you. The other one.
Sorry, I caught a gnome.
Okay,
We're
the
having
pompous
no-
little gnome, yeah.
Yeah.
Put him in the pot.
it's gonna be in that drawer over there.
So I'll go get it. Walk.
It's not there.
No, it's not there?
No.
Oh. It's not there.
he's gone. He's
Oh.
gone through Peppery Longfarthing's alchemist lab back into the
Oh.
into that area where Cutthroat Grok has her little shop.
Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna try and roll perception and search
'Kay.
for...
11.
11. So you find some spices that you were unaware of.
Woohoo! And I go put them into the stew.
Okay.
Everything's going in it.
You put
Sweet and
spices
sour
in the
peasant
stew.
soup.
And you don't find any fishing gear. You know where the nets are.
Am I still downstairs or am I on my way up?
Uh,
Already up.
Let's see. You would be at this point. You would be up, like doing your rigging work.
Okay.
So let's move to you for a little while,
No, I'm just curious.
and you can
I might
continue
have tried to
to.
help you.
Yeah. He. What's his name? The Ratline.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
You seem to be very perceptive. I tell you to do things and you do them and you're good at doing things. So here's what I want you to do. Climb up there into the crow's nest and tell us what you see. I mean, don't tell us everything you see. I don't need to know that there's the eye of a Bendigo. Oh my gosh, the sun. There's a sun in the sky,
I see
everyone.
some water.
Right? But if you see something that's interesting, that matters, you let us know, okay?
Right.
all right. So you spend your day up there.
better luck than I did.
It is much more relaxing
Yeah.
than doing the rigging work.
Because you ain't gonna do anything.
Well, you have
So
to
do
look.
I notice anything from up here?
Make a perception check. Yeah. This puts you significantly farther away from Rosie than you have been.
16.
16?
Yep.
You can tell that there's, as full of islands as the Shackles are, you can go for half a day without seeing any sign of land, just because that's how big the ocean is, right? But you are able to see certain signs of islands in the distance. You can see that there's a
Birds or something.
yeah. You can see there's a storm brewing off way behind you, closer to where you came from. And then, of course, the Eye of a Bendigo's out there. So you keep your eye out, and you feel like you're doing a good job. He'll come and check on you once in a while and make sure you're doing okay.
Doing all right. Haven't seen anything of note.
All right. Well, keep up the good work.
Aye, sir.
That's pretty much your day. Unless you want to try to sneak in some little flirting with Rosie. It's hard to see.
Yeah, I'll be way up here. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be able
Oh,
to-
no, it's easy to see her. It's hard to talk to her.
She looks up at you. She sees you up there, and you see like Contrabar making his way clumsily through the rigging and trying to make passes at Rosie.
Yeah.
He says all these ridiculous things about her beauty and
I don't have any like little pebbles or anything. Hobbits are very good with a sling.
Yeah. At some point, the parrot flies up and sits by you. Sits on the
Take
edge
a
of the
little bit
crow's
roll
nest.
from the night before or something and
Feed
feed
him.
a little bit. Yeah.
Sure. He gets comfortable with you, and he'll actually eat it out of your hand after a little while of feeding him.
Does he talk?
Oh yeah.
What does he say?
Faces of fate.
Faces of fate. Okay.
Which is where you
Give
should
it some
subscribe.
I just kind of feed him, keep looking in. Do I need to make perception every
No.
now and then, or
No,
I
you
just
can.
still don't see anything?
That roll that'll cover you.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll just feed the bird and have a relaxing day.
Okay. He flies away for some parts, and then he'll fly back up there, and everybody does their work, but the day passes
Wave at Rose.
relatively uneventfully. You
I had them put the net back out on the back of the ship. I can't find the hook, so I don't really have anything I can do.
yeah.
I don't even have chum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no chum. Just let's see what we
It's all
can.
been used for the soup of the day.
Make a survival check.
9.
So you pull in your nets at the end of the day, and you got nothing. There's nothing in the net. This area has just not been kind to you.
Go back downstairs. Is fish guts out?
Yeah, he is remarkably toasty.
Oh, and where you go? I know you. I know you. You my assistant. Hey,
Brock is sitting there with him, and she's wasted too. They're both sitting on his bed.
hey, you know I got an assistant? Yes, I heard that. That's great. Well, that's my assistant. Her name what's her name again?
Phoebe.
Her name Phoebe. Yes. Oh, no, Phoebe. Yes. Phoebe. Like a Phoebe. Oh yeah, like a Phoebe.
Oh, there.
Control.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's funny to them.
Oh, you think that funny, Bezabel? Huh? You think that funny? Huh?
So I starting to cry, and I'm holding up the net, and I'm just like, I couldn't find the hook where you said it was, and so I put the net out, and I got nothing. I'm so sorry.
Oh, where my fishing hook? You got one, and Grok, you got one of them fishing. You take my fishing hook, girl. No, I didn't take your fishing hook. No. But I think I know what we can do. Hey, Phoebe, it is, yeah? Hey, you come with me.
So she clomps her way through the alchemy lab, where little peppery long farthings is like,
Oh, excuse me. What are you? I guess there's nothing matter what I'm doing in here.
Sorry.
and into the back room. This is the first time any of you have seen the back room, and it's just like full of equipment. Right, you can see there's just weapons back there. There's storage. She's got several barrels of rum back there, and she goes over to this chest and opens it up.
We got this'll fix you up. Now don't tell nobody, okay? We got some of this jerky.
She just grabs like this handful of just dried, salted meat.
No one will know the difference. You put this in your soup. It'll be fine. Alright?
Oh, thank you. I look around like, is there a hook in here?
She goes and looks
Yeah,
through some
Travis.
things, opens up a chest here and a chest there, and pulls some stuff off a shelf and puts it all back up.
No? I guess we didn't get one of those.
Give a woman jerky, she can feed people for a day. If you give her a hook, she can keep feeding them.
Ah,
But
that's true. You know, it's like me pa used to say, give a man a fire, he'll be warm for a night. But set a man on fire, and he's warm for the rest of his life.
I laugh, but I'm like crying and like wiping away tears. It's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go back. I'll add. Is it only enough to add to just that pot, or can I use some of this to maybe start another batch of soup?
Ration it out.
You can either way. If you put it all into one pot, it would make a sufficient hearty meal. If you split it, it would be slightly better than
I'm gonna
what you've done.
split it, and I'm gonna start throwing things, some of the jerky and onion and herbs into another pot.
Okay.
Do I need to roll another survival for that?
No.
Okay.
And you finish up your work. The captain rings the bell, Mr. Plug rings the bell and announces that it's time to change shifts, and Rosie gets her fiddle, and she's happy to have it, and people are eating and drinking. You bring out your, I guess it would, let's see.
It's sweet and sour peasant soup.
Mm-hmm. We'll go with that. You've had your jerky boiling for a few hours, so it's soft and people can't really tell that it was jerky. And it makes a nice semi-thick, sweet and sour peasant soup. I like that. So people eat that and they drink their grog, and they're back to like 1 cup of grog.
Splash.
You guys wake up, and it's time for your shift. Yeah. Anything else you two want to do?
So we're kind of just hanging out now, and are you day shift too?
My day shift.
Okay, so am I.
Yeah.
So, question: does Jack get up? Do I see Jack?
Yes.
Okay. Look, are you doing okay?
Was it all real?
I'm sorry, it was.
I think I had a dream about her last night. I felt like if I woke up, she would still be here. But she's not.
I know, it's so hard.
She was all just lying there, like, she was so still, and her back was so torn up. I can't get it out of my head.
I'm so sorry.
And he just begins crying again.
No, I'm not going to hug. Like, I'm so sorry. And then I start crying too.
Okay.
So we're both just gonna ugly cry.
Okay. You ugly cry together. You think it makes him feel better. He doesn't cry like quite as hard as he was last
I was
night.
probably like, oh man, this lady's like really torn up about this.
Why does this make you torn up more than I am?
I come in, I see him crying, I'm like, better up, lad, and I'm like, are you alright?
I'll be okay.
Okay. So,
Wait, you're talking to him or her?
both, because they're together.
Yeah.
So,
Jack nods that he looks at you, tears in his
ask
eyes.
you about the soup, and you're like, what is this? But I don't want to interrupt your crying because I'm trying to help you.
But yeah, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Sweet, sour, peasant soup.
Freaking fish hook I'm trying to get.
Do you tell her that?
No, because I can't really think of how to ask her, about it while she's ugly crying with the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at some point, Jack has been consoled, and he realizes that he's got to get to work. I think everybody, there's a somber mood
Yeah,
on the
definitely.
ship, and everybody is doing their work.
Because I know she's the cook's helper, right?
Yeah.
So we're same shift. And
So Jack goes up and begins doing his rigging, and even Patch Salt kind of, who's over the the nighttime riggers, she takes it easy on Jack today, and she gives him just some real menial tasks to do, nothing too taxing.
Where about is he in the rigging? Like, is she basically having him on like deck level doing stuff, or is he up here?
He's in the forward rigging, but he's in the lower rigging.
He's in the lowest
Yeah.
of the low rigging.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually, that's where his miniature's located, but that's pretty much like his area. I mean, he might have to come over here and do some things or help somebody over here. There's, everybody's moving around all the time, but he's mostly in the lower rigging there. She just, it's almost like she doesn't want to put him in a situation where he could hurt himself.
So what's the presence like on deck? Since this is night shift, like how many people are actually up on deck? Since he's in the low rigging,
Everyone on this side of the ship is actually up on deck.
okay, but are they in their current positions? Like, is that guy still at the capstan, even though the anchor hadn't been dropped in the day?
Approximately, because he's a swab, right? So maybe he's up like swabbing the foredeck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, keep him on this side. So
what
I
I'm
know
what I'm what
that
I'm
he's night
trying
shift.
what I'm trying to figure out is basically if I'm analyzing the situation, could I find it feasible to at least get far enough the rigging to have a private conversation with him without anyone noticing, if just for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't even have to go up the rigging to have a conversation with him.
I mean,
You
a private conversation that no one else is going to overhear.
Sure.
What kind of check do I need to make to attempt that?
Make a perception check to see if anybody is paying attention to you.
14.
Looks relative. I mean, you've got to wait and you kind of watch the flow of what's going on, but you can find an opening where you go over and kind of approach him. He's down in the rigging and you're swabbing the deck right there. And he's really just, you can tell that he spends a lot of time just sort of sitting on the edge of the rigging there, just looking out to sea and thinking about whatever he's thinking about. But you approach him.
Okay, so I can get his attention and have at least a moment or two of like, where I can say something that no one else is going to
Yeah,
hear.
you don't see anybody. You found your opening, you think.
Okay, so I get his attention and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yes, sir.
sorry about what happened. Stick close to me. I'll look after you.
Yes, sir.
But you have to do what I say.
I will, sir.
Because I tried to warn against this last time.
Oh no, sir.
Your sister not your friend not listen. If you listen to me.
Jackie
You're
was,
giving me
I hope
an I
you get-
told you
I
so
hope
right
you
now.
get through this.
Jackie was brave, but she was foolish. I see that now.
Stick close to me. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the people on this ship either.
Oh, gee, thanks.
But we make it work for us. You're a pirate now. You have to learn to live like one.
I don't know if I can, sir. Sometimes I think I might be better off just throwing myself off the side.
I won't get your knife back.
You know, it was me pa's knife. My ma died giving birth to me, sir. I don't even know what she looked like. My pa was all I had.
Well, as far as like the conversations that were going on earlier about like basically like, because I can't remember if this happened when I was asleep or like if I'm talking to people around deck like
Yeah.
while I'm working, but like, does my character have the knowledge that some people have been given their gear back with the exception of weapons, with the promise that weapons will be redelivered when they can trust
So,
us?
you actually coming up here, you would have been delivered your equipment by Cutthroat Croc. She's wasted at that point, but
And so even if I don't have my weapons back, like she still made me the same, like she still basically said the same thing to me as she did to everyone else. And basically like, here's your gear back.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your
And your
weapons
money.
back. You're gonna get your weapons back when we can trust you.
yep. Although she says it like much more slurred than that. Yeah.
But anyway, and has Jack gotten his gear back aside from his knife?
Which he doesn't care about, but yes.
Yes. But I can still use that. I can basically be like, hey, I talked with Cutthroat earlier. She give you your gear. No weapons, but your gear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, she gave me my gift too. And she say in another couple of days, or when they know they can trust us, we get our weapons back too. You will have your life back. You just have to keep your head down. You have to fit in.
I understand, sir. He begins like kind of tying some, tightening some knots nearby and just kind of going through the motions of doing the rigging work.
But yeah, so that's basically what I tell them. Just like, keep your head down, fit in, make these people your friends, and get your life back soon.
He seems to hear what you're saying and to really like take it to heart. You can do a sense
I was just
motive
gonna
check.
ask if I could do a sense
Yeah.
motive check, but I know a little bit about psychology. Like,
A little.
I could use a traumatic experience to like work in your favor. So I have an 11 with a 20 on top of it.
What the heck?
He seems to be sincere.
He seems doing what I can. I'm not gonna risk my neck for the kid, but
So,
be like, hey, listen to me, because I've had a little bit of experience in these kind of situations.
you look up and you see Narwhal Tate's kind of looking at you while you finish your conversation as Jack goes back to like tightening his knots or whatever. Narwhal Tate, you see him looking at you, and then he just looks away and goes back to whatever his business was.
Where is he at in relation to me?
Well, you would have been over here somewhere, and he's over here somewhere.
So if I can, as long as I'm like going about my work, like make
Yeah.
sure I'm like swabbing the deck, can I like
You're
swab my way like over to him?
Yeah, you can swab your way over to him, sure.
Because yeah, I don't want to interrupt my work to make an effort to talk to him
Yeah.
because he seems to notice that kind of thing. So I basically ask him. I saw you watching me just now. Is there a problem? Did I do something wrong?
Are you doing your work?
Is it, as far as I know, I'm doing my work. Is it acceptable to you?
It's acceptable. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, we won't have any problems.
Okay. I just wondered because I saw you looking at me. I wondered if I did something.
I was just watching you. That's all, lad. Keep up the work.
Says I will do my work. What I was doing there, I was.
No, I meant like, you could stop talking to me now and just keep working.
Okay, I have no problem with that. I was hoping you would ask that actually.
I like how I said keep up the work and not keep up the good work.
Yes, the word "good" is noticeably missing from that sentence.
Or
Like,
from his vocabulary.
Maybe.
I was like, I was actually hoping you would ask that because I wanted to do my work, but I just wanted to make sure there was no
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
He just walks away.
Oh, Lord.
You also notice the lady with the guns, right? She's the one that led you out from underneath the formidably made. She's watching your conversation with Narwhal with the same kind of look that Narwhal had when you were talking with Jack. And she just kind of shakes her head, and then Narwhal turns away as you continue to explain how you're not over-explaining things.
Okay. Yeah, can I do a sense motive check on either or both of these characters?
Absolutely.
Okay, who am I going on first? I'm
Up to
guessing
you.
the one in closest proximity.
Sure, that'd be Narwhal.
8.
What do you hope to gain from this?
Like I said, basically just a sense motive. Like, basically, is he just, like, annoyed and, like, going back? Or is he, like, really mad and he's just acting like he's annoyed? Like, basically, are the actions I perceive, like, just basically sincere?
He seems annoyed.
Okay, so not like, basically...
Nothing extreme.
Yeah.
He's
not,
just annoyed.
yeah,
he's gonna walk away.
He's gonna walk away. He's not mad at me and plotting revenge and acting like he's walking away.
Not
Okay.
that you can tell.
Yeah, I love how that goes.
With an 8.
Okay, well, what about the other character?
Her name's Riaris Prime.
Okay.
She's got a mouth that would rival Rosie Cuswell's. When she does talk, it's all.
Okay,
Hot.
but
She belongs.
do I
on the
need
poop
to
deck.
roll a perception roll to see if I noticed her watching me like Nola was watching me with Jack? Or
Oh
did I
no, you
that?
notice it.
So I already know she's giving me the stink eye.
Yeah.
5 on her sense move.
You think she might be interested in you?
With that low of a roll.
I like do a little flare with my mop and wink at her.
She rolls her eyes.
Patrick's glad he didn't take you up on those flirting lessons.
Anything that you want to do at nighttime while they're working their
I think
their
we're
shift.
still kind of somber, so
Yeah.
check in on the kid and.
Well, he's
a
working. He's
Yeah.
a nighttime
okay.
worker.
Unless
Yeah.
you want to come up to deck, like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm a rigger. I'll probably go up and check on him, ask him how he's doing, if he needs any help, you know, to make sure he's getting his work done, but
Okay. Yeah. No.
help him a little bit if he needs it.
He no. He
Right.
kind of fidget. He's more fidgeting than working,
Yeah.
but his fidgeting to him probably is enough that it appears like working.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go down and gamble with people in the hold, I guess. And we eat our soup. And are you still ugly crying? No, because he's young.
he's
So
working.
Yeah. And you'd be asleep now, right? We're like
Well,
we're on the same shift.
yeah.
right.
Um,
So that's why I'm asking if there's anything you want to do like at night.
And she's already asleep. I'm trying.
am I?
I don't know.
I don't know, what time is it? Are you going like? Is this the beginning of the night shift, or that you're doing this with Jack?
I mean,
Like I'm saying,
I'm assuming they just came out and and we're going off, so checking on him.
How
is
Yeah.
long
change.
before, like, what time would it be when Jack starts working?
It would be
Approximately.
pretty close to right after you fed everybody.
Okay. Well, after he starts working, I go downstairs, so not to sleep, but I don't want to like take away from whatever she's doing. So
Right.
No, I was just.
Well, I think
I'm assuming we're passing.
the
you know, he's
timeline is
coming on
messed
and I'm
up
going
here. I
off.
think because I'm trying to run like their nighttime shift, which I'm assuming they're pretty close to done with,
Yeah.
and then your nighttime activities off of your shift. So it can be whatever time you need it to be, but you have like interacted with drunk Croup and drunk Cutthroat Grog, right? And then she brought you.
right.
All that happened, and then
Okay.
she's still. I mean, they're both still. They're probably asleep and snoring loudly at this point.
The only thing I was gonna do was try and talk to Penelope. No, what is her name?
Peppery. Yeah.
Peppery Longfarthing. Yeah, yeah.
Longfarthing. On my way down to going to bed, I just want to go and like kind of timidly knock on her door because I don't know if it's too late for her.
Yeah.
So it's like tap tap tap.
You hear quick little scuffles inside, and then a little hop and then the door opens just a little bit, and then you see these hands come around and on the very bottom of the door and pull it open. And she looks up at you.
Oh, hi. I'm so sorry if I bothered you or woke you up. My name is Phoebe, and I work with Mr. Fishguts. But it seems that you have a library.
Oh, yes.
Do you happen to have maybe any spell books?
Spell books? I have books of alchemy.
But no magical type books or anything like that.
Oh, alchemy is very magical.
It is, but not alchemy. Anything that would not be alchemy.
Oh, yes, I have several books of non-alchemy.
Can I see them? Or I mean, I don't have to now, but would it be okay to come back and maybe look through your books?
Are you a student of the arts?
I am not alchemy, but other arts.
Oh, well, there's much that you can learn even if you're not skilled in alchemy.
I'm really, really good at learning.
Yes? Oh, well, that would be fine. Maybe there's some things that we could do to improve the taste of Croup's soup.
That would be perfect.
Her
That's
whiskers
exactly what
twitch
I'm
as she
looking
laughs.
for. I'm so sorry it's so bad.
Oh, that's fine. We're all used to it. In fact, it's been much better the last few days.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel better. It was really nice to meet you, but I really need to go to bed before my next shift.
Oh, yes.
But it was really nice to meet you.
Me as well, and I'm in the middle of something very important here.
Oh,
Mustn't
okay,
waste
I'm
time.
sorry. Good night.
Good night.
And then I'll go to bed.
Okay. So you finish your shift. Let's see, Veravale.
Hello.
Oh, you haven't done anything for me.
God.
Wow.
She hasn't died yet.
I haven't died. If that means
She fell
anything.
off
Yeah.
the rigging for you.
We can fix that.
Oh,
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Or gives you
what
XP.
the kids
Or negative hit points.
Don't give me any ideas.
Patch Salt puts you on sail work, and it's basically like raising and lowering sails and trying to catch the wind just right.
I'll do it, but I'm just still a little bit melancholy from what happened.
Sure,
yesterday.
that's fair enough. She doesn't seem to take pity on you at all, although you do notice that she takes pity on Jack. The task that she gives him and the amount of attention that she spends on him, she's set him to do something that doesn't really matter, and she's letting him kind of mourn.
It's fast.
Yeah, but for you, it's heavy work. So you're going to be raising and lowering sails, and she actually has you change out one of the sails that's got a natural rip
That's fine.
forming on the
I'll
side
do it, but
just
I'm
from wind.
Still melancholy.
Sure. Make a strength check for me.
Okay, so I got 20. So it was a 17 plus 3.
All right. You do good work. It's hard work, but it's good work.
But it's still sad.
Make a DC Constitution check.
So yeah, 15.
13.
All right, you're good. You do hard work, but you are not fatigued at the end of the night.
I live.